Hello and welcome to Daily Red, your lunchtime catch-up on all things Liverpool FC and your daily reminder that the Reds are top of the league. How are we all on what is a rather overcast but decent Wednesday? The fallout of the news from all the different journalists yesterday regarding Trent continues. Many people just turning it around and making it kind of funny. I think the best tweet I saw yesterday, I can't remember who sent it, so apologies, was the corner wasn't even taken that quickly, which is tremendous. We've also seen people superimpose James Milner's face onto the back of Trent's head so that it looks like, well, it doesn't look like, but you know, Milner taking the corner. Some people just saying, you know, now we don't have to pretend that he's a good defender anymore and all that kind of stuff. And that's funny. You know, that's humor, and that's what the Liverpool fan base is about. That's what, you know, so much of Scouse culture is actually built on Scouse humor, which is an amalgamation of humor from all across the world, because Liverpool, as long as it's existed, has been a melting pot of cultures from across the world. Heavy Scandinavian influence, heavy Irish influence. You know, people have come from all over the world and made Liverpool their home. They've brought with them their cultures, their beliefs, and it's all melted really perfectly into this one beating organism, which is, you know, Scouse. And I think it's good that people are reacting in this way. Now, obviously, some people have gone way overboard. I saw a video of some guy burning a Trent shirt, which I just always think is silly. You burn your own property there, son. Like, Trent doesn't know you. He doesn't know that you're burning his shirt. He likely doesn't give a shit either. You're just burning your own property and making a bit of a tit of yourself. Some people are reacting with the standard tinfoil hat on, let's blame the owners nonsense. From everything I've heard from a couple of journalists, from listening to different people who know what they're talking about, everything I've heard is the club tried basically everything to keep him. They offered him huge money. They offered him contract length that he was looking for. And every single time they thought they were coming to an agreement, the goalposts would get moved and a new thing would be added. Whether it was he wanted the club captaincy and he wanted it now, then it was, oh, he wants a buyout clause, then the number on the buyout clause changed. So I think personally that Trent and his brother have coordinated over a number of years to make this a possibility that he could leave and go to Real Madrid on a free. You go back to the summer of 2021, which is actually where all of this starts. Alisson signs a 6-year deal. Robbo signs a 5-year deal. Trent bizarrely signs a 4-year deal. The club offered him 5, and he signs a 4-year deal. And why would he do that? Well, so he can get out of that contract early while still 26, even though he turns 27 later in the year. He'll still be 26 when he makes the move. And thus, he'll be seen sort of as pre-prime. And off he goes. And of course, you're seeing coordinated PR leaks as well from his team to certain people, from Real Madrid's PR team as well to certain people, about the wages that he's going to be on. You know, 220,000 a week. Bullshit. Utter bullshit. There's not a chance that's what he's going to be earning. Because, firstly, there's no transfer fee involved here. So he's going to get an enormous signing bonus. We've seen the same thing around Mbappe. Oh, he actually turned down more money at PSG to go to Real. But what about the 100 million that Real gave Mbappe? Like, are we going to factor that in? Now, Trent's not going to get 100 million, but he could get 50. Like, he genuinely could get 50. That's another 10 million a year spread across his contract. So, even if his base wage is 220, which I would imagine it's a bit more than that. You're adding another 200 grand a week onto that. Trent is not making some sort of financial sacrifice here to go to Real Madrid. Trent is going to make more money for playing for Real than he would have for us. And remember as well, Real have a big bonus structure. So that 220,000 wouldn't have included appearance fees, win bonuses, goal bonuses, and whatever else he gets put in there. You add the signing bonus on top. Trent is going to be earning over $500,000 a week. Like Jude Bellingham earns about 600 grand a week, all in. So Trent's not taking any kind of haircut to go there. And as I said yesterday, his brother's going to make enormous money from agent fees. 10, 15 million. And that for him sets him up. He's never going to get another transfer like this. He's never going to get another client like his own brother. Top players are not rushing to sign with Trent Alexander-Arnold. So this for him, this sets him up. So they're both making bank out of this. And you know what? Fair enough. You get one career. So make as much money as you can. It's a short career for Trent as well. You know, let's be really honest with this. Trent has been a pro for 8 years now. And realistically, he's probably got 8 more left, right? So it's 16 years. And the money is phenomenal. Let's not pretend it's not. But you might as well make as much as you can. So I don't begrudge Trent the fact that he's going to get paid stupid amounts of money at Real Madrid. I just don't like the way he's gone about it. I don't like I don't want it to play out in the public. It's played out in the public far more than Van Dijk and Salah, who've both talked about it multiple times. Both of them also made it really clear that they want to be at Liverpool, that they want to stay, that they say they see this as the destination. Whereas he's never said anything like that. In the past, he did. You know, he said he thought he could see himself being a one-club man. But then he did that interview when he talked about winning a Ballon d'Or. And when he did that interview, everybody was sort of like, oh, he's going. He's going. He thinks he can win a Ballon d'Or at Real Madrid. I'm here to break the news that there is more fucking chance of me winning a Ballon d'Or than there is of Trent winning a Ballon d'Or at Real Madrid. Because at Real Madrid, you're going up against Mbappe, you're going up against Vinicius, you're going up against Jude, and you're not even going to get the English vote because of Jude. So it's very possible we don't see a Ballon d'Or winner from Real Madrid because they split the vote between them. We saw this to some extent at PSG with Neymar and Mbappe, how they split the vote between them. Now, neither of them were ever likely to win it playing in France, but they were affecting each other's chances of winning said award. And there was definitely probably 1, maybe even 2 years where Mbappe could have won it, but Neymar took votes away from him. I think Vinicius possibly wins it last year, but him and Bellingham split the vote. And ultimately Rodri ends up winning it. Now you had Mbappe and Trent, and for what it's worth, Trent is a distant fourth in that conversation. Not saying he's not the same caliber of player, but they're forward players, and even Jude is a midfielder. He's an attacking midfielder. They're always going to get more shine than a defender. Much better defenders than Trent. And I don't mean from a defensive point of view. I mean players that played in defense. Much better ones never won the Ballon d'Or. Paolo Maldini never won a Ballon d'Or. So the idea that Trent could win it there is fanciful stuff. It might be something they sold him on. You know, they might have said to him, look, you come here, we'll throw the weight of Real Madrid behind you and push to get you a Ballon d'Or. But you know what? They said the same thing to Mbappe last summer. They said the same thing to Jude Bellingham the summer before. They've been saying it to Vinicius every time they sit down with him to discuss a new contract. Because once they have you in the door, it doesn't matter what they told you to get you there, you're already in. Oh, you're not winning a Ballon d'Or? Oh, well, here's another $100,000 a week. Here's a new contract. Shut up and play. They don't care. They don't care whether they keep their promises after you're already in the door. All they care about is that you deliver what they pay you to deliver. You're not paying them to deliver jack shit. They're paying you. Again, as I've said many times, I don't begrudge him going to Real Madrid because Real Madrid is the peak of football. In the food chain of football, Real sit alone at the very, very tip of the pyramid. And you could argue that Barcelona then sit like half a step or a full step down, and then it's everybody else. But Real are out on the run. They're just different. There's the historical factor, there's the success factor, there's the financial factor. There's nothing you can get at any club other than your own personal loyalty to the club, maybe that you came through the academy. But there's nothing else you can get that Real Madrid aren't offering and offering more of. Oh, you could stay at Liverpool and win a Champions League. Or you could go to Real Madrid and win 3. Or you could stay at Liverpool and you could win 2 league titles. Oh, you could go to Real and win 4 of them. You know? And they are building a super team. You know? Thibaut Courtois is a top 3 goalkeeper in the world. Trent is a top 2 or 3 right back in the world. I think he's the best, but let's be fair. Fede Valverde is a top 3 midfield player in the world. Aurelien Tchouameni, they've made a mess of him, but he was a top 3 defensive midfielder on the planet. Same thing goes for Camavinga. Same thing goes for Vinicius. Same thing goes for Kylian Mbappe. Like, there's still a couple of players short of said super team, but if they get Huijsen, could he develop into a top 3 centre-back? Yeah, absolutely. And while Raul Asensio will likely never get that kind of hype because of the type of centre-back he is, he's actually the perfect partner for Huijsen because he's quite similar to Zabarni. He does all the dirty work. And that pairing could be a top 3 pairing in the world. From a defensive point of view, you're not finding 3 better defensive left-backs than Ferland Mendy. Overall, he's, top 10 probably, but he's very good. And they'll always have the opportunity to upgrade because they're Real Madrid. Like, they don't need a ton else. They might look to bring in one more attacker, and they could use someone who's more of a ball player in midfield, and there's been a lot of talk that they might go and buy Martin Zubamendi. Which, by the way, if they do, we should really make a phone call about Tchouameni. But Real are building a super team, and it's a team that they plan to have together for 4, 5, 6 years. When you look at the age profiles of who they're signing, they're all players sort of early to mid-20s. They bring in a Rudiger or an Alaba on a free, but those players are generally seen by Real as like bridge signings. They'll do for 2, 3 years, and then we'll move them on. They've got Eder Militao there when he comes back from what unfortunately is a second torn ACL. He's another good centre-back to have. That squad is just deep,
The Reds, it's Jack here, and that was a clip from one of Anfield Index's audio podcasts. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you do like, share and subscribe to keep up to date on all things LFC. We record around 100 audio podcasts every month, with our shows featuring match-going fans, top journalists, professional analysts and even Liverpool legends along the way. With the Great Dane himself, Jan Molby, joining us every single week. If you want to listen to all our podcasts for free, head over to anfieldindex.com/podcasts. Our audio shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Anfield Index. or if you prefer to listen to all our podcasts in full and without any ads, why not head over to AI Pro today to check it out now at AnfieldIndexPro.com. If you want to get involved in the great growing community of Liverpool fans, check out the Anfield Index Discord. The link is in the description. Do get involved with that from Reds around every corner of the globe. For now, Reds, hope you enjoyed this video.